This is the story of a grain of Acquerello rice after it has been harvested from the field. It is a long and interesting story. To begin, the grain needs to rest for at least 1 year. Even better if it's for 7 years. In refrigerated silos at the right temperature to avoid being bothered by insects. After this long time, the grain finally feels ready to turn into white rice. So it takes off its outside cloth, the husk, which is not edible, thus becoming brown and a little dark. But a brown grain needs a lot of time to be cooked and is unable to absorb the seasonings. It must be whitened. To do so in the best possible way, that means slowly and gently, the brown grain chooses to use an old helix that was used 100 years ago. As it rubs for whitening, inevitably the grain loses its germ. It's a real shame. In fact, the germ is its most valuable part, the embryo that, if planted, will become a new plant. The grain wants to retrieve it, separating it from the dusk of the husk and putting it aside so as not to lose it, and then come back together again. The grain does not want to join with imperfect mates. Grain stained by fungi or not matured well enough in the field, or broken grains. To separate itself from the imperfect ones, which must be discarded, the grain must go through many different machines. At the end of a slow and long process, the grain has passed through 20 of them. Before ending its journey, the grain wants to get back to its germ, never to depart again. It decides to join its germ through a second helix, where they keep rubbing together for 15 minutes, heating up until the germ penetrates into the grain while covering it outside. The rice grains, finally perfect and restored with their germ, are now ready to be packed. But they are quite demanding. They want it to be done well, to keep themselves good for a long time. Then some choose to be packed in vacuum packs, while others in cans.